Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Bossk Unboxes Live. Today, I thought we'd take a look at some more Clone Wars figures. A few different ones from Hasbro. Maybe even get into some of the Hot Toys figures a little bit later on today. But I thought we'd dive in with one of my favorite characters from the Clone Wars series, Asajj Ventress. Now, this is based off of the CGI version of the Clone Wars, not the animated series. You can see that this Asajj Ventress has the more realistic 3D face sculpt, has the cloth skirt, and of course her dual lightsabers. We take a look at the back of this, we can see more great artwork on the back and a small excerpt about Asajj herself. Let's go ahead and get into the figure. I'm going to switch over to my human hands for this part, just to make life a little bit easier on myself. For those of you who've seen my unboxing videos before, hello, how are you? Welcome back. I'm glad to see you. And I hope that you find this interesting. All right, let's get into this box. This is only the second live stream I've done on the channel, so sorry if I'm still working on my conversation skills. I'm used to being a bit silent in the background and just posting pictures and silent videos with overlays of Bossk speaking on my behalf. All right. Look at that. This is already shaping up to be one of the nicer figures I've unboxed lately. Now, this one's been sitting in my collection for probably about a year. I moved across country and am just now really digging out some of the stuff I bought prior to the move, including a lot of my Clone Wars figures. So let's take a look at this Asajj Ventress. Now, right off the bat, she is a little stiff, but I'm seeing quite a bit of articulation in her. We've got ball and socket joints for both the shoulder and the elbows. Looks like, yeah, look at that wrist movement. We get a pretty good amount of traction there. The paintwork on this also is exceptionally well. I don't know if it'll zoom in quite right. Let's see. No. There we go. You can see a lot of the detail in Asajj's face here. Looks pretty good. I love all the blue detailing, especially on the back here. Look at that. Really nice. Really good. Of course, the skirt is cloth. It feels like it is a velvet-y type of material. This piece, the belt and the drapery on the front, is rubber. We've got some bend in the torso here. Nice forward and back motion. What about the legs? It's the only thing I'm concerned about with the cloth like this is normally you don't get too much. It can be restrictive, but giving us her nice Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. All right. Very, very cool. She is modeled underneath as well, just for those curious ones out there. Overall, it's a good figure. Let's put... Oh, hands are a little stiff. That's okay. Let's see if we can get her into a good pose. Yeah, the hands are just a little stiff. But again, on a figure this size, that's not unusual. There, look at that. That's nice. That's real nice. All right, let's actually bring out some of the other figures. Now, these I unboxed last weekend. These are actually from the animated version of the Clone Wars, the Jindy Tartanovsky. But just putting them up for side-by-side comparison, here's the ARC Trooper and Mace Windu. Let's get those all on the frame. And again, you can see they go along really, really well. This is actually one of my favorite Mace Windu figures, just because the detailing on the face is so lifelike. But yeah, those are going to make for some epic battle poses. Let's see if I can get him into a little bit of a dynamic pose right now. Mace here is a little stiff too. I don't think I realized he was this stiff. I actually have to break out some of my holsters for him. All right. That's Asajj, everyone. Hope you... If you have this figure, let me know down in the comments. It is now one of my favorites. All right, let's switch things up a little bit. And let's take a look at Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. Again, one of those figures I've had sitting around for a little bit. Been meaning to unbox it. Haven't done it. Now we're going to do it. So let's cut into Han here. All right. Sometimes I'm normally a little... excuse me. Sometimes I'm a little careless with opening these. But here lately, I've been using my X-Acto knife quite a bit to get into the figures. I'm finding with the Hasbro quality being questionable these days, I'm actually having to return a few of them, like that Grievous figure from last weekend. I opened the box and his leg fell off. Oh, Han, come on out. It's like carbonite. All right. Ooh. Ooh. A lot of his costume was hidden under the coat. Look at that. He's got a lot more going on than I thought. Nice. Okay. I don't know why, but the coat really is giving me Blade Runner feelings. I know it's not. But it's the first thing it makes me think of. Nice coat. It's leather, or not leather. Good grief. It's it is cloth. It's got a nice camouflage detailing to it. Stitching's not so bad. It's not lined, as you can see. But, you know, it's a coat. It works. It's made all right for a toy. Here's Han's blaster. Let's get that into his hand and see how well he can hold this. He does have a trigger finger, which is nice to see. There we go. Now, This does have a newer face sculpt, but I don't know if that's the 3D one or not. It's a good likeness nonetheless, but I don't know. I can't tell. Good movement in the head. Looks like we've got a neck joint as well, but there's not a ton of movement there, but there is a joint there. Huh. Some movement in the torso. We've got a joint here. This vest seems to be, yeah, rubber. And maybe not attached. We'll have to take a look at that. Legs, several joints here. Pretty good movement in the knee and the leg. We can go up, out. We can almost kick ourselves. The feet have a ridiculous amount of movement. This leg's a little bit more restricted because of the blaster holder here, but the holster, but not bad. And given he's wearing a cloth coat, there's a fair amount of movement I'm getting on the arms too, which is good to see. All right, let's get the coat off. Give me your blaster. Thank you. Come on, Han. Let go. Thank you, sir. Haha, it does come off. All right. Very cool. And now I'm curious about the vest. Does this come off? Sometimes these are attached in the back, and I'm a little afraid to pull it, but let's see. Can I get Han's vest off? It doesn't seem to be attached at all in the back. I could be wrong. Nope. Look away. Look away, Han. Ha-ha! Oh, wow. That's unexpected. That's a nice surprise. Okay. Ooh, he does look a little skinnier. You can see some of the movie or the toy making magic right here, and the shoulder joints and how they have to kind of sacrifice a bit to get the movement. But overall, check that out. We have a detachable vest, a detachable coat, and a blaster. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Oh, hey, Brick Films. How many figures do I have in total? Holy cow, I have no earthly idea. I really don't. I think it's probably easier if I try to tell you the various types of collections I have. I mostly collect Hot Toys and Sideshow figures and Hasbro figures along the Black Series and the Vintage collection. Of Hot Toys figures, eek, I'm looking around right now in my room. I've probably got between 50 or 60 Hot Toys and Sideshow figures. Hasbro figures, I think we're in the hundreds now. These I tend to not put on any kind of display. These are for me to play with and have, and they typically go in a toy bin for posing and pictures and things like that later. Duplicates I tend to give away. Hot Toys figures, though, those are all on display in my office, and I'm running out of room. So, yeah. But thank you for asking. Yeah, it's quite a sizable collection. I do also have other things besides those that I collect. It's all Star Wars figures. I'm a bit of a Star Wars fanatic, you could say. I'm trying to get his vest back on now, and that's being a little bit harder than it was coming off, but let's see. I don't want to rip it. Almost. There we go. Haha. I've been collecting for years. So a lot of these I've bought, and forever and ever and ever I said I was going to keep them in boxes, and I just decided one day I wanted to play with them. So I've been taking things out ever since. And it's a lot more fun this way. All right. There is Han Solo. Let's get your jacket back on, Han. Oh, let me take your blaster out. Oh, come on. There we go. Takes a little finagling, but there's our Han Solo. Again, giving me Blade Runner vibes, but looking awesome. Ooh, follow-up question. What is your most valuable figure in your collection? Oh, man. I don't know current value on some of these. I think... let me grab one real quick. So we're turning into a bit of a show and tell, y'all. Let me move Han out of the way. You will all recognize this guy. It's Qui-Gon Jinn. This is the Hot Toys version of him. I believe he's the most valuable one I've got right now. Last I looked online, he was going for, on eBay, mind you, this is all aftermarket prices, around $1,000, give or take. So I think technically he's the most valuable. He's not the most expensive one I've bought, though. I got him brand new from Sideshow. I think he was like $230 or $250 back when I bought him a couple of years ago. The most expensive one I've paid for is the Chewbacca Han Solo pair from A New Hope. And that one, I'm kind of ashamed to say it, I paid about $700 for the pair. I bought them after the fact on eBay, but those are the most expensive ones I've personally bought. But I think, again, I haven't checked all of the value of all of them, but last I looked at this guy, he was going for about $1,000. So I do believe he's the most expensive one. But thanks for asking. Great question. All right. Sorry about the break. I wanted to put those figures back up before I forget. All right. And since we're on the original trilogy, I've got one other figure I've been meaning to open for a while here, which is the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader. This one has a little bit of damage to the card. You can see some water spots here. There are some bends in it. I got this one at a discount because of the damage. I think I picked them up for $20 at Big Bad Toy Store. Anyways, let's dive into this one. I do also have the new Darth Vader that just came out as part of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I think we will unbox them on the next episode. If we got time today, we might hit it. But I just got that wave in like last weekend. And it has Obi-Wan, Reva, Fifth Brother. It had 2 Darth Vader figures in it. And I forget what else. But it looks like a neat wave. All right. Let's put that card back into the side. This looks like a pretty nice Vader figure. Just looking at it on surface level, it's a pretty nice lightsaber. Does come apart. Excellent. See there? So that the sword can hang off of the hilt. All right. Sorry for the noise. These plastic containers are very, very loud. Hi, Invisible Con. How are you? Welcome to the stream. All right. Let's look at Darth Vader. Now, this is the Empire Strikes Back Vader. So he is the darker, less shinier Vader. Man, this cloth is nice. Look at that. It flows nice. You get a nice draping action. Some good weight to it. Yeah, that's a scary looking Vader right there. You do not want to run into this guy in a Tantive hallway, I tell you. Oh, his hands are a little stiff. Come on, hold your lightsaber. There we go. There we go. All right, let's check out his posability. Looks like the helmet, we can go left, right. We do have some back, some forward. Not a ton. His cape actually goes up into the helmet, if you can see that. Don't know if it's being picked up on stream. I've seen a similar technique with the Mace Windu figure here, where they tuck part of the robing into the joint itself. You can see it's kind of tied off right there. So they've done a very similar thing with the cape, only it's up into the neck joint here. Looks like we've also got a fair amount of movement in the arms, the wrist, although again, these are fairly stiff. There is a joint here that should allow the wrist to go back and forth. I can see it. Might not pick up on camera, but it looks like whatever treatment has been placed on the gloves to make them shiny has basically sealed that joint shut. I can't get that one to move at all. Let's see. This one's a little bit better. Yeah, see, it's supposed to have been backwards and forwards like that. That one's just painted shut, and I don't want to break it. HASBRO quality strikes again. All right, as far as the torso, we do have a fair amount of movement here. Again, a bit restricted just because of the cloth. It is tucked in from the shoulders under the belt, so you've got a little bit of restriction right here. We've got the hook for the lightsaber hilt right there. Let's check out these legs. Let's do our best Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. If there were two Death Stars right here, dude would look awesome. All right, let's check out the feet and the knees. It's not a double jointed knee, so you're not going to get as much bend out of it, but a fair amount of bend. And yeah, the foot ankle has a good amount of, actually a 360-degree rotation, which would never happen in real life. But for posability purposes, yes. Let's put him up to our Han here and see what the height difference is. Hey, Invisible Con. My day is going really well, actually. How's yours? Yeah, these look awesome. I'm happy with both of these figures. Again, this is the Darth Vader from The Empire Strikes Back. And we've got the Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. Both of these are from the Black Series. This one in the Legacy Kenner packaging, and this one in the newer Black Series packaging with the green for the Return of Jedi. So definitely, if you check these out, get them. I recommend them. They are nice figures. All right, let's see. All right, now for the big thing I've been waiting to unbox all day. This is the Navarro Cantina scene. So for those who have watched The Mandalorian, you probably recognize this pretty well. This is one of the canteens on Tatooine. I do believe this one comes with, Imperial Death Trooper figure. I do have both an IG-88 and a Mandalorian around here somewhere. We may have to dig them out for this. Let's see. Front and back, pretty similar. There's the top. And the bottom with all our wonderful warnings. Let's cut into this. Now, these play sets that's been coming out from Kenner have been pretty interesting. They've done a few of them now. I've picked up this one. I've got Jabba's Palace around here somewhere that needs to be unboxed. There's also been the Tantive playset and one other that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. But they've been doing a really, really good job. And these have been neat for not only collectors, but for toy photographers like myself. If you like taking pictures and having the backgrounds look realistic, and you're not good at building dioramas, like I'm not good at putting together things that don't have instructions, even have instructions I'm not that good at, then yeah, these are definitely for you. Again, I think I picked this up as they were clearing them out at Target one day. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I want to say it was around $20 or $30, give or take. But these are pretty simple. Just going to get all the pieces out here. Oh, look at that. That is glorious. All right. I'm excited about this. All right, so I do believe we go together. Let's see. Should follow instructions. Oh, okay. So you can actually have it multiple ways, it seems like. You can have the door on either side. Tell you what. Does this go on either side? Yes, it does. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's put this together here. Awesome. Oh, and you get two different versions of that guy. It can look nice and clean, or it can look... Oh, that's neat. Okay, let me get this under the camera. Sorry, y'all. So the background here, it can be all shot up and banged up, or you can flip it and have it all nice, neat, and clean. Isn't that cool? Looks like this is just a high density cardboard, so I'm not going to be getting that wet for sure. But, and then it's just held into place with these little, let's see if we can get this on camera. This little guy right here, it looks like it turns and it's supposed to hold it down. And then there's one right here as well. If I can, almost reminds me of the tabs you would see like in a photo frame. There we go. Okay. And then, oh, it's not a sliding door. It's just a cardboard door. That's okay. I was hoping for a neat sliding door. I mean, but it does the job. It looks real. I don't expect too much for this price range. Again, on camera though, it'll look good. All right. And there we go. Let's get that right under the camera. Sorry, y'all. There is our Navarro canteen. So we have the bar, the doorway over here, one of the sidewalls. We set it up. You can kind of get the overhead shot. And then you just put your bar in front of it. Bada bing, bada boom. We are serving Outer Rim cocktails at this bar. It came with a bunch of little pieces. Let's see what this is. Oh, hey, Brick Films. Where do I normally get my figures from? That is a good question. Oh, look, it's bar stools and all the little fun stuff. Sorry. I'm spilling stuff all over myself here. Let's back this up. So we got bar stools, y'all. Check that out. And then, oh man, there are Look at this. Little bottles, little cocktail bottles. Shot glasses. I did not expect all this. Look at the little shot glasses. Those are so cute. And then I'm assuming these are just various. Oh, I think these go on there. Yeah. Like that. You got various little doodads. How cool is that? Anywho, to answer your question, where do I normally get my figures from? Several different places. Traditionally, most of my Hot Toys figures I order directly from Hot Toys. Sometimes eBay if it's a figure that's no longer available on Sideshow, or one that's been out for a long time and like I missed it in its original run. eBay, like I said, for those. Most of the Hasbro stuff I get directly from Hasbro, or Big Bad Toy Store, which I do recommend. Also Amazon. Amazon's great. I I've gotten several figures from Amazon that have actually come in really good condition, all things considered. So yeah, just a little bit of everywhere, to be honest. But for the Hot Toys one and the Sideshow ones, those specifically, I tend to get exclusively from Sideshow, unless it's a older figure that is hard to find. All right, this is a cool little scene. Shot glasses, bottles. That's awesome. I had another piece of it that fell. I'm trying to find it. There it is. This one. Put that guy right there. All right, and let's open our Imperial Death Trooper. Slide this guy to the side. We'll leave our little bar out, actually, because I think it's cute. Let's take a look at the Death Trooper. Oh, hey, Invisible Con. So how many Black Series figures do you have? Oh, man, I tried to answer this question earlier. I will say we are in the hundreds. Definitely in the hundreds. I tend to have both Black Series and the Vintage Series. Like this one would be considered the Vintage Collection because of the size of it. And again, I have probably in the hundreds of these as well. Since I'm going to be unboxing them, I tend to buy ones that come in like B tier or C tier packaging, something that may have been scratched or dented, because again, I'm not going to keep them in the box. So if I can save a little bit of money, I'm going to do that. So I do recommend that. Check that out. You can only find the different grades of packaging, at least with websites like Big Bag Toy Store. And I think Amazon's a little bit riskier, especially if you get into the Amazon like scratch and dent stuff that I haven't done. But on Big Bad Toy Store, again, where I get a fair amount of my Hasbro figures, they do have an option. You can pay extra to have like a pristine box that comes double boxed if you're into that. Or you can save a little bit of money and get the not so great packaging. I mean, you guys have seen it here. It comes a little messed up, but it's not terrible. And again, I'm going to open it anyway, so NBD to me. All right, let's take a look at the Death Trooper here. This guy has been featured on The Mandalorian. He was also, I believe, featured in Rogue One. Weren't these part of Krennic's detail as he was going to look for Jyn Erso and Erso Galen, or Galen Erso, the designer of the Death Star? Am I getting too nerdy? Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Star Wars lately because of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. All right, so taking a look at this vintage collection Death Trooper here. Again, looks pretty standard as far as movement. We've got torso movement, both a little forward and back, side to side. Arms, We don't have as much upward movement. That's about as far as we're going to get in a T-pose. But we've got 360 in the elbows, forward and back. 360 in the wrist, also with forward and back. The head looks like we've got side to side. There is a little bit of movement back and forth, but not much. All right, let's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Legs go out to about there. So overall, looks like we're going to have some good posability out of this one. And again, not very stiff. A lot of the vintage series figures, I feel like it's hit or miss as far as the stiffness goes. I think it really depends on the paint job in a lot of cases. As you saw on the Vader figure, sometimes the paint gets down into the joints, and once it's sat there for a while, it's just sealed. And it's a little hard to mess with. Like, he's got a joint on his leg here, but I can't get it to... There we go. Loosen up. Loosen up! Let's see if we can make him sit on the bar stool. I mean, he doesn't look comfortable, but he does sit. Ta-da! He would like a drink, please. He would like a big drink. All right. So that's actually a really cool little play set. I did not expect all of the bar stuff here. That is fairly impressive. I'm trying to see if it was... Yeah, it is actually on the cover here. Oh, you know what? I've got these put together wrong. Now that I'm looking at the box, I can see the three of them right there and how they're supposed to be. This. And then that goes on top. So that's that one. Okay, so this one is supposed to be there. And then there's supposed to be one underneath it, which is this guy. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. I'm hip. I'm with it. Maybe not. Okay, hold on. It's like a puzzle. All right, and then this guy goes there. And then this guy goes on top of that guy. Ha! Look at that. That's awesome. Okay. So it looks like I might be missing one. I might have dropped it in my haste of opening up the box. I'll have to look for it. But there we go. Ta-da! All right, y'all. I think that's everything I want to unbox today. Let's just kind of get a good little group photo of everything. All right. And Asajj. Where's Asajj? There's Asajj. All right. So just run down the list again of what we unboxed today. We have the Asajj Ventress figure from Hasbro, the Black Series. Again, this gets a recommendation from me. Good sculpt, good paint, good flexibility. I love the cloth and the detail in this. We have the Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. This, I'm going to put this on A tier. This was a really good figure. I'm impressed that a lot of the clothing is removable on this, which you don't normally see. Definitely get this one if you don't have him already. I feel like this is a good Han Solo to have. Darth Vader. Again, surprised by this figure. I didn't really expect much. I've got several Darth Vader figures, but overall, I like the cloth cape. I like the posability. I wish this wrist wasn't jammed up like it was, but hey, that happens. The last unboxing I did was of a General Grievous figure from the Jindy Tartanovsky Clone Wars. And literally his leg fell off as soon as I opened him. So, you know, all things considered, a little joint mishap, not that big of a deal. And then lastly, we unboxed the Navarro Cantina here with the bonus Death Trooper figure. And I have to say, this is probably one of the coolest little sets. I did not expect to have all these accessories with it, but this is going to be great for photography, especially. So I'm going to give this a seal of approval as well. It's probably the first episode where everything has gotten a seal of approval. So I'm blown away. Hasbro, you've done it this time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh, let's put Ahsoka in here. I just feel like it. Yeah. I need to find my Mandalorian. Look how small Ahsoka is compared to the Death Trooper. Anyways. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll be unboxing more stuff next weekend. I'll have a new video going up on YouTube probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm going to be unboxing a few Hot Toys figures. I think the next video that will be going up is going to be Grand Moff Gideon. So wait, not Gideon. What am I saying? Not Tarkin. Oh man, my brain. Why isn't my brain working? Mandalorian, Grand. Oh, I am right. Grand Moff Gideon. Okay, I am right. I'm just not thinking straight. Hey, Brick Films, how much does Han Solo cost? Oh, great question. This one, I want to say when I picked him up, he was $30, give or take. I will put a link to him in the video details once we're done here. And you can actually go and look him up then. But let me take a quick look myself. Looks like right now he's going for $36.99 on Amazon. And I imagine he's probably going to be in that neighborhood for most websites. So yeah, this Han Solo right now going for $37 US on Amazon. But I do recommend it. It's a nice figure. You might be able to find it cheaper on Big Bad Toy Store. I'll take a look for you real quick. Han Solo. Jedi. I don't see him on Big Bad Toy Store, unfortunately. They do have other versions of Han Solo, including the Vintage Collection Endor version of Han Solo, but not the Black Series one, unfortunately. So it looks like Amazon might be the best place for that. So yeah, you're most welcome, my friend. All right, y'all, I'm going to sign off for today. This has been Bossk Unboxes. Thank you for joining me, and may the Force be with you. Bye-bye!